You know what's more perplexing, Kevin? When I look at a map, an overhead heat map of the crime areas in Washington, D.C.,
Right?
highlighted in red, the deeper the red, the more incidents.
Violent
And
crimes.
they overlay the blue map of where the National Guard's been deployed, and it is not near those red areas. That's harder for me to reconcile in my head than accepting a greater power in my life,
See, it's
in my
not.
godless, empty
That that
existence.
that that that's just incompetence. See,
It's got nothing to do with.
nothing to do with God. That's just absolute, total incompetence. That's because they know if they bring a platoon of fat fucking weekend warriors to the west side of Chicago, day one, they're going to take 15 fucking casualties. You
Yeah.
want to go someplace where the shit's live, go someplace where the shit's live. Don't sit around the Smithsonian and think there's going to be a fucking some kind of violent crime going down.
But even within D.C., and of course there's crime in D.C., the specific areas that you would imagine that they would have been dropped are not where they were. And maybe there's an explanation for this. I don't have it.
Yeah, because they don't want they want the optic of them doing something. I mean, so my wife goes to a therapist, and they were talking today, and she said, "Thank God this is the therapist told my wife this. Thank God that they're in Washington D.C. because it's the most violent city in the world, more so than even places in Colombia." Where do you think she's fucking watching her news at?
Well, let's pull up this list, Kev.
Well,
Forget
I'm
about
just saying.
Colombia. Forget about the world.
Let's just go to the United
Let's
States.
talk about the
So the
U.S.
first place that you've decided that you're going to deploy the National Guard, besides California, which was just the fuck with Newsom. So the first place you're going to deploy is Washington D.C. And if that was the case, you tell me, Sean. What it's got to be. I mean, I know Memphis is number one. It's been
Memphis
for.
is number one,
I
actually.
mean,
Yes.
it's got to be number two then, right?
Well, if you're only off by 27,
Oh,
it's
son of a
number
bitch.
29, and this,
20.
for anyone who's going to bring up size, it's so small. This is per capita, so this is per
100?
100,000
Yes.
people. So it is scaled per capita, and I'm looking at violent crime. By the way, I'm not talking about somebody who had their radio stolen. Nobody does that anymore. Steals radios out of cars. That was big when I was a kid. So Memphis number one, and I'll give you the top 10. You asked about Detroit earlier.
We're always in the top seven, right?
You top five. You're number three.
Ah.
You. You're sure responsible.
Yeah.
That's
I'm sitting down on Woodward with a sniper rifle, making sure I get my numbers.
That's 1,781 incidents per
But
100,000
what people
people.
don't understand, so like if you go to Detroit and you see the renaissance of the city and everything, but man, you have no idea how big the square. Let me just look up how many square miles the city of Detroit is. Keep going.
Okay, yeah. So the list, which we have here. Let me see. So so number one.
What is Memphis? Does it have murders on there?
Yeah, sure.
Just I think didn't Memphis have over like almost 400 murders?
Oh yeah. The number in total was it's 40 per 100,000 people. Actually, 40.6 for murder, 69.9 rape per 100,000. Robbery was 348. Aggravated assault. So the
What was that?
total there.
What was I going to look up?
You wanted to know the actual square miles of
Yes.
Detroit. A sprawling city, no doubt. And so the top 10, if anyone was curious: Memphis, Tennessee; Oakland coming in at number 2; um, Detroit; Little Rock, Arkansas; Baltimore, Maryland; Cleveland; Kansas City, number 7.
139 square miles.
Right. And of course, like any other city, that doesn't mean it's 130 square miles of problems.
No, as I said, there's so many areas that
Mm-hmm.
have really. I saw a thing the other day where like they had the top 10 houses that sold in Oakland County, which is right north of Wayne County, and the average price was like 1.3. I think the highest being 2.2.
Mm.
You
Wow.
know, it's just like Birmingham, Michigan, which kind of, I mean, it's always been a good area, but you can't touch a house in Birmingham for 7 figures now.
Mm-hmm.
Royal Oak, which is got some great areas, but Royal Oak also backs up to Boston Edison, is where that used to be where all the mansions were. Like Berry Gordy from Motown had his
Mm-hmm.
mansion there, and that's kind of made a turnaround. There's a lot of people that are buying, 17,000 square foot houses for 600 grand and turning those things around. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The Some of the cities that had more violent crime than DC surprised me in that list of 29. Like, for example, Anchorage, Alaska. It wouldn't have been one of my guesses. I've never been.
it's rough.
Is it? Okay. Patterson, New Jersey, which isn't too far from me, was at 26. Aurora, Colorado. More violent crime than DC. I'll give you the number if anyone would like actual facts. Um, Per 100,000 for violent crime, Aurora was 727
Where's Birmingham at?
to DC's. I'm
That was
sorry, no,
always
no, no, that wasn't the
that
total.
was always one of those cities that used to scare the fuck out of me.
Aurora's was 947 to DC's 925. What city did you ask?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, they're high. Top 10 maybe. No, 11. Number 11, Birmingham, at 1,246 uh, violent crime, which is murder, rape, robbery, aggravated assault, um, per
And then I
100,000.
watched something, and I think you also read it where there's a incredibly oversight on the amount of violent crime that is not reported in our country.
Yeah.
So
A lot of the
these are
inner cities, there's a distrust of law enforcement.
right.
Not passing judgment, not saying right or wrong. I'm saying it's a reason people don't pick up the phone. There's also a fear of retaliation and retribution in a lot of our urban cities if they are the person who drops a dime.
I was told when I was a kid, like growing up, one of the things I was told by older people and that I was around is narcs don't live long. That stuck with me probably from 7, 8 years old. Oh, okay. Narcs don't live long. Gotcha.
Yeah. Snitches get stitches is a popular one I hear
Yeah.
in communities all around me.
And if you piss in your car, take the engine out. Those are the three things.
That's religion. That's religion I can get on board with
Fuck yeah.
and live with, Kev. So yeah, I thought it curious, as did you. While we're on the state of things in the country for a second, if you don't mind
Right.
me,